Yo, what's going on, good people? Just trying to make a real quick video, really quick, man, to all of my brothers and sisters. Um, yes, sir. That truck doing it big over there. Big truck got to do it big. I ain't mad at you, baby. But anyway, man, let me go ahead and real quick and disseminate a lot of this information about, when we're talking to different religions and we're talking about we're from Africa. You got a lot of people saying they're not African, they're Israelites, and they're not African, they're this and they're that. So let me break all this down because it really doesn't make any sense. None of us in America walk around saying we're Georgian or New Yorkan or we're Oklahomian. We simply say we're American, right? We represent the continent. Now we do say when we interact with each other, we do say, hey, where you from? What part of America you from? I'm from Cali. All right. Well, I'm from Georgia. Right. So yes, we still represent exactly, specifically where we from. But the overall thing is that you're American, right? You're American. I'm American. That's the first thing we identify with first. And we never really say we are Californian without implying that we are American. So why is it that when we get into conversation about are we African, people say, about the Egyptians, right? You can be from Egypt, but you're still on the African continent. So that's fine that you're from Egypt. That's fine that you're from New York or California. You're still an American. But for some odd reason, when we get to disseminating, you want to bring up these things as if they're not on the continent of Africa. I don't care where you come from, it's on the continent of Africa. And for all of these people want to subscribe to Islam and I'm just going to go there with it, and Israelites, that is Arabs. So unless you are an Arab, then you should not be subscribing to those religions, man. Those regions of the world that they don't have nothing to do with you. You want to be an Israelite, but you don't know where Israel even was at. And even if we go back to West Arab or Saudi Arabia was only Saudi Arabia, as early as 1930s. Israel, as you know it today, was only Israel as early as the 1940s. Now we know the Bible had been going back way before then. So they're not talking about the Israel of 1948 in your Bible. So now you got to understand, where is that Israel at? It's not where the Israel is at today. All right. And when you're talking about Saudi Arabia, before it was Saudi Arabia, before it was called the Middle East, it was still all a part of this one big continent called Africa. But just to be more technical, it came from West Arabia, right? Over there by Mecca somewhere. That ain't true. That ain't true. That don't got nothing to do with you. But as soon as we start talking about Africa, something that does got something to do with you, you don't want nothing to do with. And this is the play of what religion and what it all has done to our psyche, is that we don't want to be a part of ourselves, man. We don't want to be a part of our own people. Every person wants the VIP ticket, right? So everybody's gonna come up with their own rendition to a story so that they can feel like they the VIP. We the chosen people, right? The VIP, the very important people. That's who everybody wants to be. So your white counterparts came out with a storyline that makes them the VIP, the very important people. Then your Asian people came out with their storyline that gonna make them the VIP. Then your Arabian brothers and sisters came out with their stuff that's gonna make them the VIP. So as long as you have that race and that fight for that, then you can't really take everything literal, brother. You got to understand the essence of things. Something that no race can run from. And that's where life started from. And that's all you can begin from. That's where you started from. That's the only way you can end up, is where you begin. And that's the easiest way to understand all things. But don't play the game of who's the chosen people, because then it just continues to convolute, and it continues to be just a continuous cycle of man oppressing man. So if you're the chosen people, all you're going to do is get in the seat and then oppress the white man and the Arabs and the Asians. Well, then that's why they ain't going to let you do it, because it's just going to swap over. It's just going to swap over. You see what I'm saying? And I don't believe, me personally, I don't believe that that's the true, real way that everything should be. That we should be dominating one another. I think the purpose should have been, or would have been, or is, that we needed to find a way to be harmonious with each other. Almost kind of like how nature does itself, right? It's harmonious. It doesn't break code. It doesn't break out a cycle. You know what I mean? When spring comes, life comes back to the plants. When fall comes, death comes to the plant. That's a never-ending cycle. That don't stop. And we keep breaking cycles. We keep jumping out of what is natural to us. And so we got a lot of things going on that is unnatural. And even in our thought process, even in our sense of belonging, you know, we have created these unnatural rules and regulations and unnatural orthodox boxes that keeps us clamped into the unnatural understanding of things, which is the wrong understanding of things, man. So I just said that just to put you on game. There's gonna be a lot of people out there saying that you ain't from here, you ain't from there, you ain't from there, you ain't from there. And so I just say that, man, is that when you're in the States, it don't matter where you from, you're gonna say you American, right? African American, Black American, and it doesn't, you know, yeah, we do rep our states, but we ultimately still up under one umbrella, which is being an American. So when you hearing people talking about Israelites, Egyptians, and all this old different stuff, just understand that they're only talking about states that are in one country, Africa. Love y'all to the end of time. Peace.